Hey guys, and welcome on into the next NHL offseason preview show. And today I'm going to be talking all about the New York Islanders, taking a look at what they need to do this offseason to get back to the playoffs. We'll be talking about draft picks and management, which will be a lot more exciting than usual for the New York Islanders, as well as free agents, forwards, defensemen, and goaltending depth, as well as my offseason tasks at the end of the show. If you like the show, make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, growing every day, and let me know in the comments below. And in the past, Islanders fans haven't been shy about doing so. Let me know in the comments below what you disagree with me about, what you agree with me about this Islanders team heading into this offseason. With that being said, I kind of alluded to it already, the draft picks and management. So first off, the New York Islanders winning the draft lottery. So they will have the first overall pick, which is exactly what this Islanders team needs. They've been an older team. They've always been called more of a boring team to watch. They've been kind of a slow team. Now they're adding a first overall pick, which looks like it'll be Matthew Schaefer on defense. Now, the Islanders have an opportunity, if they would like, to trade that first overall pick and maybe move down a spot or two, where they could still acquire another player, but then get a haul for trading down in the draft. So Matthew Darche, who is the new general manager after Lou Lamoriello finally don't know if he initially announced retirement, but I know that he left the organization. So Matthew Darche coming over from Tampa Bay. I'll be getting his opportunity here as the new general manager to change the trajectory of this Islanders team. Patrick Roy remains head coach. No changes there. And then the Islanders have all of their picks this year, other than their first round pick. They haven't traded away any of them. And I'll be interested to see what Darche does. Is he going to trade some of these draft picks? Is he going to look to the future for this Islanders team? Or is he going to try to get them back to the playoffs as soon as possible at any means necessary? That'll be something to watch here in the offseason, what he does in his first offseason as general manager of the New York Islanders. Going on along to our next segment, which is free agents. Currently, the Islanders have a projected $20,943,334 in cap space. They also have 6 RFAs, 4 UFAs. So when it comes to the RFAs, Simon Holmstrom, Maxim Tipslikov, Mark Acombe, Noah Dobson, who will be the expensive one, Alexander Romanov, and Scott Perunovich. Then with UFAs, you got Matt Martin, Mike Riley, Hudson Fasching, and Tony DeAngelo. I do think it's time to get younger for this Islanders team. So a guy like Matt Martin most likely should find a new home. Same thing, I think, with Mike Riley at this point. Tony DeAngelo didn't have an awful season, so if the Islanders want to bring him back, an offensive defenseman there on the bottom pair, I think would be a good re-addition to this lineup. But the main names here, I think, are Noah Dobson, of course. Alexander Romanov will be important as well. And then looking at Holmstrom and Tipslikov to keep a younger forwards around and kind of see what they can do next season. Taking a look at the Islanders forward depth as projected right now, Anders Lee, Bo Horvat, and Matthew Barzal. Simon Holmstrom, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, and Kyle Palmieri. Anthony Duclair, Casey Cizikas, and Pierre Engvall. Maxim Tipslikov, Kyle McLean, Mark Acombe, and then Liam Foudy as an extra forward. And when I look at this forward group, obviously Anders Lee has been there a long time. Bo Horvat, Matthew Barzal, good offensive players, not an awful top line. Simon Holmstrom, a guy with potential. We'll see if he can live up to that. If he is here on the second line, they will need him to perform. Jean-Gabriel Pageau should not be a second line center. In my opinion, he's much more effective there on the third line. Kyle Palmieri re-signing in New York fits well as the second line right wing. Duclair injury history says should be ready for training camp, so that's good. But Casey Zizekas and Pierre Engvall, I think, just don't bring enough offense, especially Zizekas. I think it's time to move on from. If not move on from him, he should be lower in the lineup on the fourth line. And then you've got other guys on the fourth line here. Tisplikov maybe could move up a little bit. McLean and Gacombe there, and Liam Foodie as well. So overall, I do think the forward group needs work. I think if you're heading into next season with this forward group, I don't think it's good enough to make the playoffs. So work is needed here, and I think you need a center, and then I think you could look at the wing as well. So taking a look at left wingers for the New York Islanders, a guy like Jonathan Drouin would be a good fit, I think, for this Islanders team. Bring them some much-needed offense. I think he would be the best fit of the guys on this sheet. Nikolai Ehlers would be interesting as well. He would definitely bring offense that this Islanders team needs as well. Brad Marchand would be kind of an Islander type of player, but I don't think he would necessarily go there. And then JVR, the Islanders need to get younger and faster, not older and slower, which is what guys like Van Riemsdyk, Marchand, and Ben would bring to this lineup. So don't know if they're the right fit for what the Islanders should be doing, in my opinion, this offseason. Looking at centers, I would be looking at a guy like Pius Suter if you don't want to go with one of the bigger names. I think bringing in a guy like Matt Duchene would desperately help this team. Offensively, 82-point player last year in Dallas. He fits that second line center, brings you top six forward depth. Power play would desperately help the power play. So a guy like Matt Duchene would be a great addition here. John Tavares, he's not going back to New York. So a lot of fans in New York wouldn't want him back anyway, and you guys can let me know that in the comments. Other guys that would be interesting would be Donato. I think Claude Giroux would be interesting in New York. He would definitely help them offensively, but again, older. So I think a younger guy like Pius Suter would probably be a good fit here for the Islanders. Right wingers, yes, obviously Mitch Marner would help the Islanders. I don't see him going there. So they would have to look at another guy like Brock Besser or Riley Smith. I don't see Patrick Kane going there. And I'm not sure about Perry or Dadonov either. So, guys, there are guys that are available here when it comes to right wingers. And then when it comes to RFAs, obviously Noah Dobson is on this list. When it comes to the Islanders offer sheet capability, they are able to offer sheet a player over $11.7 million, but they do not have the draft picks available to offer sheet anybody else unless they're between 4.6 to 7 million or below 2.3 million. So some offer sheet capability, but I'm not sure that Matthew Darsh will want to burn a bunch of bridges in his first time as a general manager. So I don't see an offer sheet happening. I think I'd be much more likely to acquire one of these guys by trade, but anyone on this list, including Noah Dobson, who probably resigns, but anybody else on this list would be a huge addition to this Islanders team. Islanders fans watching, you can't tell me, well, maybe you can, but I don't think you can tell me that any guy in this list wouldn't help your team. These would all be great additions to the Islanders' offense or defense. Taking a look At the Islanders defense, Alexander Romanov and Noah Dobson, Adam Pelech and Ryan Pulak, Scott Perunovich and Scott Mayfield with Adam Boquist and Isaiah George as extra guys. And overall, I like this defense. I think there's obviously guys with experience here. And overall, I like the defense. Maybe you want to look to add a guy for that bottom pair. But I think you have some younger guys that might be able to fill that spot. And I think it would be better to use that cap space available to look at forwards, assuming that you do resign all your RFA defensemen. Defensemen on the UFA market, as I said, I'm not sure the Islanders are looking for anyone, but if they are, there are guys available here. Tony D'Angelo being one of them. I'm not sure anyone on this list. I think we could see a surprise. We could see somebody unexpected here sign with the Islanders. But again, I think it's that forward group that is the most important for the Islanders to deal with this offseason. Taking a look at goaltenders, Ilya Sorokin, starting goalie, Semyon Varlamov, backup, and Marcus Hogberg as the third goaltender here. And the Islanders obviously dealt with injuries, especially to Varlamov, who only played in 10 games last year. Marcus Hogberg, he played in 15 games. He was 2-6-3 with a 3.38 goals against average and 878 save percentage. So just not good enough. Ilya Sorokin, 30-24-6 with a 2.71 goals against average and a 907 save percentage. So Sorokin did have his struggles as well at times last year. I think he could improve a little bit. And I think there are some questions with this Isles goaltending. Maybe not so much with Sorokin, but at the backup position, Semyon Varlamov, how long is he going to stay healthy and how is he going to play? Can Hogberg be a capable backup? Because this Islanders team, in the position that they are, trying to make the playoffs again next year, you can't have your backup goalie, excuse my language, shitting the bed on a occasional basis, because the Islanders need good goaltending every game if they're going to make the playoffs. But with the roster they have, you can't have your goalie kind of take a night off type thing. So not that I think these guys would take a night off, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to overall play, just not having a good night, you need guys that will be healthy and that can perform when it comes to the goaltending position. So maybe the Islanders are going to be looking for a backup. Now, Sorokin, when he's healthy, he still has it. Just staying healthy is an issue. I think a guy like Dan Vladar would be a good addition here in New York. I think you could also look at a guy like Anton Forsberg, maybe, Vitek Vanacek. I would maybe stay away from guys who've really struggled, like Ville Husso, Cal Peterson, Kaapo Kähkönen, Alexander Georgiev. I'd maybe stay away from those guys and kind of focus on some of the other guys here on this list if the Islanders did want to add a goaltender. Offseason tasks for this Islanders team: explore the trade market. We haven't seen the Islanders really trade very much, obviously, with Lamoriello over the last few years. Explore the trade market. Try to get younger. Try to get faster. Resign Dobson. Resign your other RFAs. And improve the top six forward group, either by trade or through free agency. Another one could be explore trading the first round of the first overall pick with San Jose, who I know really does want Schaefer. If Darsh can get enough of a haul to do that. I know some fans might not really want to see that happen because it isn't every day that you win the draft lottery, but moving down a spot isn't going to really hurt this Islanders team this season. So definitely not something that they have to do, but if they did want to explore the trade, I don't think it would be an awful decision for this Islanders team, as long as you're getting a good return back. And if you don't trade it, well, then you're going to draft a number one defenseman, and then maybe you don't need to go and add a defenseman. I don't know if he plays this year. Maybe he does, but obviously you don't want to rush him either. But maybe that can bring some youth to the defense core. That is the New York Islanders off-season preview show. If you guys liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let me know in the comments below, what did the New York Islanders need to do to get themselves back in the Stanley Cup playoffs? Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next show.